Hello Darts Nutz. I'm going to do a fairly special review here. I don't know if you know, but Voks darts every March, around about March time, they do a competition where people can send in designs for darts, and whichever they draw out of the hat, they get 5 sets of darts made of that chosen design. And Hamo, who was a member of the forum, Mark Hamilton, he spammed the hell out of Voks with about 10,000 drawings. Nah, I'm joking, it was only 9,000 drawings. I'm only joking, Mark. Anyway, he won the design of dart, and he's come up with this design which I think looks really good. And obviously Voks have sent him the barrels. This is a 24 gram model, and as usual Voks put it in these very nice boxes. On the back it tells you 24 grams. I haven't even opened these yet. I have seen the pictures that he posted on the forum though, and I really like the look of them. And if you've never entered the competition before, it's well worth giving it a go, because you just never know. Obviously it's over now, but if you look out for it for next year, it's well worth trying. When you get your own set of darts made to your unique design, and Voks send you 5 sets like I said, and you've got some Voks flights, a little Voks wallet, the point protector, and these ones have been fitted with some Voks tornado points. I'll show you them in a close-up in a minute. But like I said, it's got a very nice grip on the front of this. You'll see it better when I show you the close-up. But although it's just a straight barrel dart, the grip is really nice. I think it's quite a good looking barrel as well. So that's what comes in the design, and you've got these revolver stems as well. It's a kind of, I'm not sure what stems these are, but it's got a nice smooth profile on it. So let's have a close look at the barrels now. So here's the quick close look, then I'll put the detailed picture up with all the measurements. And these are the new Voks tornado points, and they have a little grippy section. They've been like, what's the word, fire, I don't know if it's fire baked or what, but it makes the steel harder. And although you don't really see it so much with this barrel, but with a more tapered barrel you would probably see a smooth transition, but it's still got quite a nice smooth transition there than it would if it was a normal point. There'd be much more of a lip there, so it works well even with a bullnose type barrel like this. And like I was saying, the grip that Hamo has designed, it's like a sharp grip, but it gradually gets thinner. So you start off with like wide spaced angles, and then it goes thinner and thinner and thinner, right down to almost a kind of a micro style. And I'd say that's around about high level, just about high level there. Feels more grippy at that section there than it does at the rear, so I'd probably just say it's a high level still. But it feels good in the fingers there, and it's right in the right spot for me as a front gripper. And the rest of the barrel is mostly smooth apart from the grooves at the end, and it's got Hamo's name etched on the middle. But quite a simple design, but I think it's quite an effective one. Right, it is quite a good looking barrel, I think. So that's basically the barrel, and then they've come fitted with some revolving stems. I don't know the name of these particular stems. They've got little alloy spin tops on them. So I'll let you look at the dart for a little bit, then I'll put the detailed picture up. I'll see if I can get it close up. Okay, here's the detailed picture.
The darts are fitted with a 28mm Voks tornado point, and the front of the barrel has got a bullnose shape, but it's quite smooth with the tornado point fitted. That's 3.7mm wide before it gets into the grippy section of the front, which has got a gradually decreasing width of razor grip. That's 20.5mm wide, and then there's a smooth section in the middle with Hamo's name written on it. That's 15mm wide. Then you've got a section of wide bands and thin grooves of about 7.5mm, and then finally a smooth section on the rear of about 3.8mm. Overall length is 50.2mm and the width is 6.5mm.
Alright, I'll take some measurements along the barrel. Barrel length is 50mm, 50.25, and it looks as if it's even width all the way along, but I'll see if I can get on the edge of that first section. I may have to angle it a little bit. So that's 6.56, probably 6.5, and then I'll measure where the razor grip is a little bit thinner. So it goes a little bit thinner there, probably because the edges are less pronounced, 6.45, and where it's smooth, it's 6.5. So I'd say the width is 6.5 really. Just depends how you grab them edges of the razor grip, and obviously tapers just a little bit on the rear, but going by that smooth section, I'd say that's probably the more accurate part. So I'd say 6.5mm. Let's compare the weight of the barrels. That is 24.01. Mm, 24.01. And 24.01, so perfectly matched set. And the weight of the full setup as it's supplied, 25.96 grams. Right, I'll see if I can find the balance point now. With nothing attached, it's pretty close to the front, so slightly front weighted I would say, and with the supplied setup, let's see, maybe on the edges of that making it a little bit awkward. I'd say it's just slightly front of centre with the supplied setup. So that's the detailed look at the Voks Hamo. Let's give them a throw and see how they go. Obviously I'm moulding them at the front as I normally do, being a front gripper, and I think that grip actually enhances the throw of the dart, makes it very easy to throw. I did notice they were kind of dropping a little bit, so maybe they're a little bit more front weighted than what I thought, or it might be just because I need to get used with the dart, but it was keeping a nice straight flight path. I didn't see any fishtailing or spiraling, anything like that, and it's quite effective, that grip actually. So far it's pretty good for a front gripper like me. That point is stuck right in. Yeah, I quite like the way they fly with my front grip. Just feels dead easy to throw, and I think it's just because of that grip really. It's quite an effective feel to it. It doesn't feel overly aggressive, but you just get just the right amount of bite as you're pushing forward. It's probably not designed for a middle and rear gripper, but I'll try it from the middle anyway. Kind of half on the smooth, or mostly on the smooth section, and then a little bit on the very small sharp grips near the end of that. Seemed to fly a little bit more stable there, but not a lot in it because it was too bad any case from the front grip, but probably a little bit flatter as well from the middle. It seems to work alright from the middle. I prefer it from the front light, but still quite good from there. I'll just try that section on the rear now. There's a few like thin grooves there at the rear, but like I said, I suspect it's mainly for a front grip, obviously with all that grip at the front, but I'll give it a try from there. Again, it's not bad at all from there, and as you know, I'm not a natural middle or rear gripper, but that was quite nicely flighted there, nice and smooth. A little bit too high, that one, and followed it up. That's it, it's not my natural grip. I'll give it one more throw from the rear. Yeah, I'm just not too great with it from there, but I suppose you have a natural rear gripper, it's going to be okay. The only thing is, nearly all the grip is on the front of the barrel. It didn't feel slippy or anything from there, it's just that grip there is really quite nice at the front, and to me it just feels, well, it just feels spot on, that grip. It's just got, it's hard to explain. You kind of feel like the wider bits there, but then as you go further up, you kind of feel a little bit more grippiness actually from the narrow ones, but it's quite effective. So I'm just going to go back to that front grip. So there you go, the Voks designer dart, winning dart, the Hamo 24 gram, and I think it's a very nice design actually. It's got quite an effective grip, and I think it's really good for a front gripper like me. Like I say, probably middle grippers and rear grippers will be fine, but you're kind of missing out on the grip really, and it just feels quite nice, that grip. And I think these new Voks Tornado points are quite effective as well, but I'm never keen on like the grip points. I know some people like them, but I notice sometimes when it gets near the wires it always seems to be harder to pull the point out, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not keen on using them on my own boards. Probably be fine if you're in a competition and you prefer using them, but I'd prefer like the smooth ones, but the pretty nice points actually. And also, if you wanted to buy these darts, we do have them on the forum shop. I think it's about £57 delivered from Voks Darts to the UK, and if you're a forum member you can get a 20% discount, so you can get it even cheaper. And it's the same with the points. We have some of them on the shop as well, so if you wanted to buy them, and again if you're a forum member you get a 20% discount. But I think Hamo's done a really nice design there. It's a classic straight barrel dart, but it's got a very effective grip, and I think front grippers are definitely going to like them. So there you go, that's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.